You know, no jail or prison is expected to be a five-star hotel, we know that, but it's not supposed to be a house of horrors either.
Yeah, the troubled and violent Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn housing Sean Diddy Combs raided by the feds today. They're investigating poor conditions, rampant drug smuggling, mounting violence, and repeated inmate deaths.
In a shocking turn of events, federal authorities have escalated their investigation into Diddy, leading to a significant crackdown on his prison cell conditions following his recent arrest. The move comes amid mounting allegations surrounding his extravagant parties and the disturbing accusations of exploitation involving the underage. Reports suggest that the feds are intensifying scrutiny not only on Diddy's alleged actions, but also on the environment within the correctional facility where he is being held, raising questions about the adequacy of safety measures and the handling of high-profile inmates. As the legal drama unfolds, both fans and critics are left grappling with the implications of these serious allegations against one of the music industry's most iconic figures.
Investigators descended on the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn this morning for a safety operation. Chopper 2 captured various agencies on the ground, including the Federal Bureau of Prisons, the Department of Justice, and the Office of the Inspector General. Sean Diddy Combs is currently being held there on sex trafficking charges. A law enforcement spokesman tells us the operation was planned but offered no other specifics. The Metropolitan Detention Center has faced scrutiny over poor conditions, including violence and staffing shortages.
In a shocking development, an interagency task force has been dispatched to conduct a thorough search of the Metropolitan Detention Center, citing security concerns stemming from the conditions of the facility. This unprecedented move comes in light of the ongoing investigation into Diddy, as authorities aim to ensure the safety and well-being of both inmates and staff. Officials have expressed alarm over reports of overcrowding, inadequate resources, and potential vulnerabilities that could compromise the integrity of the detention center. The task force's search is intended not only to assess the physical environment, but also to address any systemic issues that could pose risks to security, particularly in the context of high-profile cases like Diddy's.
Well, Bill, the Bureau of Prisons will only say this is an interagency operation to maintain a safe environment, but sources tell ABC News that inmates are not the target, and attorneys who've been seeing clients here for years say the timing is very curious.
None of these issues are revelations that all of a sudden, oh my goodness, we need to go and address them.
Early Monday morning, staffers at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn met by dozens of federal agents and drug-sniffing dogs in search of any illegal items being smuggled inside.
One is left to wonder, is it the publicity, from those of notoriety, those well-known that are trying to get out of there.
During the recent operation, federal enforcement officers executed a meticulously planned sweep, resulting in the seizure of a significant cache of contraband, including illicit substances, homemade weaponry, and unauthorized electronic devices. This coordinated effort involved multiple agencies, including the Bureau of Prisons, the Justice Department's Inspector General, and various local, state, and federal law enforcement organizations. The primary objective of the operation was to bolster the safety and security of both staff and inmates amid growing concerns about the facility's conditions and the potential for misconduct.
At an infamous New York City jail where several well-known inmates are currently housed. The MDC Brooklyn facility is the current home of rapper Sean Diddy Combs, singer R. Kelly, and former cryptocurrency king Sam Bankman-Fried. Combs' lawyers have highlighted a litany of horrors at the jail, including awful conditions, rampant violence, and multiple deaths. Federal prison officials say the sweep at the jail took place to, quote, maintain a safe environment.
FBI has reportedly uncovered illicit substances hidden within a medicine bag inside Combs' jail cell during this search operation. This startling discovery could dramatically alter the course of his already tumultuous case, which includes serious charges of racketeering and trafficking. The presence of illegal substances in his cell not only complicates his legal standing, but also raises significant concerns about his behavior while in custody. As authorities delve deeper into the implications of this find, questions arise regarding the adequacy of oversight and security measures at the facility, the potential repercussions repercussions of this discovery could lead to additional charges and heightened scrutiny, further entangling Diddy in a web of legal challenges that seem to grow more intricate by the day.
And in this medicine bag would be everything that he need, all the Sierras, everything was in this medical bag right here. So, sometime I would get it and look at it and be like, what the fuck is all these for? But he definitely had some doctors in Miami that would write whatever you wanted. And it wouldn't all be in his name. It would be in his assistant's name and anybody else that was around him.
Did you ever take yourself?
I actually did.
The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where Diddy is currently being held, has garnered a notorious reputation, often referred to as hell on earth due to its harsh and inhumane conditions. The facility, which accommodates both pretrial detainees and convicted inmates, has faced a multitude of allegations over the years. Reports of overcrowding have been rampant, with inmates crammed into cells designed for fewer occupants, exacerbating tensions and safety concerns. Medical care has also come under scrutiny, as inmates frequently complain of inadequate access to necessary treatments and medications. Additionally, the MDC has suffered from frequent power outages, leaving inmates without essential services. To make matters worse, extreme temperatures within the cells, often sweltering in summer and frigid in winter, add to the suffering endured by those confined within its walls. As the investigation into Diddy unfolds, these troubling conditions have sparked renewed calls for reform within the correctional system.
Sean Diddy Combs back in court to request bail, complains of horrific New York City jail conditions. My opinion! This dude, is he for real? Requesting bail? This is the same dude who conveniently skipped town when the authorities were raiding his houses, talking about, oh, I didn't know y'all were looking for me, fellas. Well, now you know, so could you come back in town? Because we got some questions for you. But I tell you what, after my vacation, I'll be right in to answer all your questions. Like, does he think the judge is stupid? If he gets bail, that guy is gone forever. Off to some country with no extradition treaty, living a lube room having lifestyle, because he's got the money, and apparently a lot of lube for some reason. No, buddy. You stay right there. You're right where you belong. But it's so uncomfortable. Like there's no oceanfront view, no state-of-the-art gym. They got me sleeping on a twin mattress. It's not even a memory foam mattress. It's so uncomfortable. Yo, it's jail. It's not supposed to be comfortable. Like, why do these rich people think, oh, I'm going to be living a life in jail? No, my friend. Suck it up. Actually, you know what? Don't suck up anything in jail. Don't do that. And that's not your thing. Like, don't let me impose my thinking on you. You live your lifestyle. You live your truth. Now, what if after years of being in jail, Diddy comes out of prison, he's more open. And, like, maybe his friends are like, how was it, Diddy? And he's like, oh, it was great. Really? Oh, yeah, bro. I got my pushed in, bro. Let me see who catches that movie reference.
Inmates at the Metropolitan Detention Center have reported alarming levels of misbehavior and self-damage, reflecting the desperate conditions within the facility. With severe understaffing and a lack of adequate medical care, many prisoners find themselves in perilous situations, leading to rampant behavior such as physical altercations among inmates. The unsanitary environment has further compounded these issues, with reports of food infested with cockroaches, mold thriving in showers, and broken light fixtures leaving areas dimly lit and hazardous. This harrowing depiction of life inside the MDC has led to widespread condemnation, with many describing the facility as hell on earth. As the investigation into Diddy's case continues, the stark realities faced by inmates at the MDC have become a focal point for advocates pushing for much-needed reforms in the correctional system, highlighting the urgent need to address these critical human rights concerns.
Sean Diddy Combs back in court to request bail, complains of horrific New York City jail conditions. My opinion! This dude, is he for real? Requesting bail? This is the same dude who conveniently skipped town when the authorities were raiding his houses, talking about, oh, I didn't know y'all were looking for me, fellas. Well, now you know, so could you come back in town? Because we got some questions for you. But I tell you what, after my vacation, I'll be right in to answer all your questions. Like, does he think the judge is stupid? If he gets bail, that guy is gone forever. Off to some country with no extradition treaty, living a lube room having lifestyle, because he's got the money, and apparently a lot of lube for some reason. No, buddy. You stay right there. You're right where you belong. But it's so uncomfortable. Like there's no oceanfront view, no state-of-the-art gym. They got me sleeping on a twin mattress. It's not even a memory foam mattress. It's so uncomfortable. Yo, it's jail. It's not supposed to be comfortable. Like, why do these rich people think, oh, I'm gonna be living a life in jail? No, my friend. Suck it up. Actually, you know what? Don't suck up anything in jail. Don't do that. And that's not your thing. Like, don't let me impose my thinking on you. You live your lifestyle. You live your truth. Now, what if after years of being in jail, Diddy comes out of prison, he's more open. And like, maybe his friends are like, how was it, Diddy? And he's like, oh, it was great. Really? Oh yeah, bro. I got my pushed in, bro. Let me see who catches that movie reference.
Reports of mistreatment and unsanitary conditions at the Metropolitan Detention Center have significantly tarnished its reputation, painting a grim picture of life behind bars. High-profile detainees, such as R. Kelly prior to Diddy, have publicly decried the harsh realities of incarceration within the facility. These individuals have shed light on the troubling environment, detailing issues like inadequate medical care, rampant misbehavior, and substandard living conditions, including filthy cells and insufficient access to basic hygiene products. Such testimonies have amplified calls for reform as advocates seek to address the systemic issues contributing to the MDC's negative image. The plight of inmates in facilities like the MDC raises urgent questions about the treatment of those incarcerated and the need for comprehensive changes within the correctional system to ensure the safety and dignity of all individuals, regardless of their charge.
Diddy Combs has been denied bail in connection with the sexual abuse and sex trafficking charges he faces. And as Les Trent reports, the music mogul who once traveled by private jet to all those mansions is now in a jail that is notorious for its bad living conditions.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs spent his first night behind bars inside a facility that is being called hell on earth. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn is notorious for its appalling living conditions and rampant violence. How bad is it inside this federal lockup? There have been 2 murders, 4 suicides, and numerous stabbings and lockdowns in recent years. It's so out of control inside that 4 federal judges are reportedly refusing to send any more prisoners here. Donald Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, spent a harrowing year in federal custody. He says for someone used to a life of luxury like Diddy, prison life is a severe shock.
You have a desk, you have a plastic chair, you have your bed with a 1.5-inch mattress, no pillow, and you also have a locker. So you basically have 3 feet by 5 feet to move around. So you have a basic 15 square feet. It is a horrible place.
The Metropolitan Detention Center has garnered a notorious reputation for its inadequate management of inmates, raising serious concerns about its operational effectiveness. Reports suggest that the facility has become a breeding ground for criminal activity, with some recent events in New York City allegedly coordinated from within its walls. This alarming trend highlights significant flaws in the security protocols and oversight at the MDC, allowing inmates to maintain connections with the outside world and orchestrate illegal activities. The implications of these revelations are profound, as they not only undermine public trust in the correctional system, but also expose vulnerabilities that can contribute to ongoing criminal behavior.
Just 2 weeks ago, federal prosecutors announced a Queens murder-for-hire plot that was orchestrated from inside of MDC using an illegal cell phone that was captured on surveillance video back in December 2023. And in 2019, the Department of Justice sought an investigation into a power and heat outage at MDC that lasted more than a week in the dead of winter.
I visit clients at other federal facilities, and I don't see this.
It is quite possible that Diddy leveraged his extensive connections to facilitate the introduction of his medicine bag into the jail. Given his high-profile status and the networks he has cultivated over the years, the notion raises serious questions about the integrity of the facility's security measures. If true, this would not only reflect poorly on the management of the Metropolitan Detention Center, but also highlight broader issues regarding the influence that wealth and celebrity can exert within the criminal criminal justice system. As investigators probe the circumstances surrounding the discovery of illicit substances in Diddy's possession, the potential for impropriety underscores the need for more stringent protocols to prevent contraband from entering correctional facilities, particularly in cases involving high-profile inmates.
I'm the type of guy I'll try anything once with an ambulance outside. And I had an ambulance outside, and I went through the best process. I would not advise this. You have to be in the wave of just like into looking for what's past here sometimes to be into psychedelics. But it's something that I wouldn't recommend unless, you was using my man. I would not advise it to anybody, but I could just speak on my experiences. I took the chance.
Roger Bond has further fueled the controversy surrounding Diddy's alleged substance use by claiming that Diddy had access to doctors willing to prescribe him any medication he desired. This assertion not only raises questions about the nature of Diddy's relationships with medical professionals, but also suggests a troubling pattern of enabling behavior that may have contributed to his substance issues. If true, these claims could imply that Diddy has been able to circumvent standard medical protocols, allowing him to obtain potentially harmful substances without appropriate oversight.
Even one time I believe I went and picked up something in my name one time. You know what I'm saying?
Really? And then you gave it to Diddy?
And I just gave it to Diddy, yeah. But he would do that on the regular. So at that point, I thought it was because he was Diddy and just didn't want to go into CVS. But he had doctors that would just write him a prescription for whatever he wanted.
Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has emerged with explosive claims, alleging that the music mogul has struggled with substance addiction for years, tracing back to his relationship with the late Kim Porter. According to Deal, Diddy's addiction issues were a closely guarded secret among his inner circle, but they reportedly intensified during his time with Porter, highlighting the profound personal challenges he faced. This revelation adds significant weight to the recent discovery of illicit substances found in Diddy's jail cell, suggesting that his struggles with addiction may have persisted even while in custody. As these allegations come to light, they not only cast a shadow over Diddy's character, but also raise critical questions about the severity of his habits and their impact on his legal troubles. The intersection of his personal battles with the current legal situation paints a complex picture of a man grappling with the consequences of his choices amid mounting public scrutiny.
I got this photo with Diddy with a medical wrapper on his wrist. What's this after the fight he had with Kim Porter?
Yeah, that's the same time, man. That's the reason I knew that shit was serious, because that's what got Puff hooked on drugs.
But for the people that don't know the story, right, let the people know what led to, Kim Porter slashing Puffy wrist with a corkscrew.
Right. I get a call. It's on a Saturday. And it's from Kirk Burroughs and Paul. They were like, yo, Gene, Puff is by himself over at St. Luke's Hospital. I was like, yeah, what happened? They say, yo, Gene, you gotta get over there because ain't nobody, nobody there with him. Blase, this, that, and the third. So I rush over to St. Luke's Hospital. I see Kim, they in the emergency room. Flash my badge, I go up in there. She was in distress herself, whereas that she could have been in pain. She could have been hurting.
The timing of the search operation at the Metropolitan Detention Center has raised eyebrows, as it occurred shortly after the leak of a cryptic call involving Diddy. This coincidence has led to speculation about whether the authorities were acting on concerns stemming from the content of the call, particularly Diddy's ambiguous references that may imply a deeper context related to his ongoing legal troubles. Critics argue that the swift decision to search the facility suggests that law enforcement is increasingly wary of potential misconduct and is taking proactive measures to uncover any illicit activities that may be occurring within the jail.
Diddy's prison phone call just leaked and it was posted by Social Details. This is allegedly a call that he had, and there's a lot of talk, a lot of code words in there, so we're going to listen to it together. Check it out.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm going to need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over.
Now Now, this alleged leaked call from Diddy in prison.
In a recently leaked jail call, Diddy made a cryptic reference to pizza boxes, igniting widespread speculation about its potential implications. While some initially dismissed the mention as innocuous, authorities are taking the phrase seriously, suspecting it may carry hidden meanings connected to his ongoing criminal investigations. During the call, Diddy reportedly instructed someone to get rid of the pizza boxes, prompting investigators to consider this as coded language. Some experts believe it could be linked to efforts to cover up evidence related to the trafficking charges, adding a chilling layer to the already troubling allegations against him. This development has intensified scrutiny on Diddy's actions and communications while incarcerated, as investigators work to unravel the complexities of his case and the potential implications of his words.
At first, it sounds harmless, just Puffy talking about pizza boxes. But this isn't about late-night munchies. No. Pizza is actually a code word hiding something much darker. An underground network arranging illegal activities involving youngins.
What up? Are you listening? Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
There is growing speculation that federal authorities may have uncovered more than just the medicine bag during their recent search of Diddy's jail cell. Given the serious nature of the ongoing investigations, including allegations of trafficking and racketeering, the possibility exists that additional evidence could have been found. This could have significant implications for his case, potentially leading to further charges or complications in his legal battle. As the situation develops, both the authorities and the public are keenly watching for any new revelations that might emerge from the ongoing scrutiny of Diddy's conduct and the conditions within the Metropolitan Detention Center.
But really, they were set up to do trafficking work, including getting injections to make them hard, because most of these models were straight and they were made to do gay acts with Mike and his business partner. Honestly, someone needs to arrest Mike's plastic surgeon too, because I mean, wow. But here's where it gets even more tangled. Mike Jeffries wasn't acting alone. There's actually a deep connection to Jeffrey Epstein, the most prolific PDF file ever, who, by the way, we have still not received his clients' names.
Do you think the timing of the search operation reveals a deeper story? Share your comments below.